Hello everyone and welcome to the program. I'm Shewa Kimbaloye and we're reaching you live from Akure, the capital of Ondo State, where we're preparing for the Ondo governorship election. And of course, Channels Television is on the ground. The whole team are here and we're counting down to the very moment when the major gladiators in the race will be on the stage for one of the debates that yet you have not seen in Nigeria. The governorship debate organized by Channels Television and its partners Enough is Enough Nigeria and Policy and Legal Advocacy Center PLAC. Ladies and gentlemen, it promises to be one of a historic moment. Welcome everyone to the program. It's Sunday Politics on Channels Television, and tonight we'll be engaging some of the major representatives of the major parties in the race. 28 political parties in this race. But for some people, based on the survey Channels Television put up, top 4 candidates will be part of the show tonight. And the issues are perhaps not as critical as perhaps you've seen in any race ever in a governorship election. And so tonight, we'll touch on almost all the issues from economy to security and the issue of infrastructural development in Ondo State. Who is the best candidate for the race? Well, get on Twitter and Facebook. As you know, we are on Facebook Live at the moment, and Facebook Live gives you the opportunity to comment, watch, and be part of the show. But first, let me remind you that tomorrow, 7 p.m., right here on Channels Television, now we have local media that are going to be hooking up live. We have millions of viewers around the world who will be watching the governorship debate right here in Ondo State. Welcome everyone, and let's get started. Major candidates in this race, that of the the Alliance for Democracy, AD, Mr. Olu Sholoke, who left the APC to the AD. He was a former member of the PDP. He's now a very strong part of this race. A lot of people say he has a big chance in this race, and also a former president of the NBA. He came third in the last election. The candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu, the senior advocate of Nigeria. Also, a lot of people say, his supporters even say that he has the strongest chance. Well, that is up for a debate right here tomorrow. And of course, we look at another candidate in the race, and that's the candidate of the Social Democratic Party. Well, elitist, intellectual of some sort, Dr. Oluwagunloye. A lot of people say this candidate is somewhat in the middle and will give a strong contest to some of the gladiators that are in the race. And one man that is perhaps not a stranger in the business cycle is, of course, Mr. Jimo Ibrahim. He is a business mogul and, of course, a lawyer. So many lawyers in this race. He's of the People's Democratic Party. People are saying that he also has a strong chance. So who is going to be the next governor of Ondo State? That is a major question on the lips of millions of Nigerians who are watching keenly how this race will pan out. West, I know you are asking the same question. Who will succeed Olusegun Mimiko of the PDP, who has spent two terms, 8 years in all, and he will be bowing out in a matter of weeks now. Yes, let's get talking about this matter, and let me introduce you to my guest on the show tonight. I have Mr. Bola Ilori. He is the Director General of the Alliance for Democracy, and he joins us now. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Kolawole Johnson. He's a member of the People's Democratic Party. He'll be speaking on behalf of Mr. Jimo Ibrahim. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you.
And also Dr. Benson Eniku-Omain. He's a member of the All Progressives Congress. Many thanks for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure being here.
And Alhaji Alfa Muhammad is the national publicity of the Social Democratic Party. All of them are chieftains of the parties that they are represented tonight. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you. Good evening, viewers.
Let's begin this conversation, and I will throw this question first. Your party, the SDP, a lot of people will say, well, we've seen this party so many years in the last few elections. It looked like a 2-horse race those days when SDP held sway in Nigeria. But a lot of people will be asking, what chances does your party have in this race?
Of course, my party has the brightest chance to win the election in this race. Apart from the credibility and good trademark that my party represents, we are fielding a candidate that parades the highest level of integrity, the highest level of experience that a state like Ondo State actually requires in the present circumstance that it has found itself. Right now, we are in an unusual situation in the country. We have the recession, and in Ondo State, the recession in Ondo State can be referred to as hyper recession because you have a serious situation in the state. It is a situation where there is high level of poverty in the state right now. Civil servants are being owed about 9 months' salary. Pensioners are not paid. Students are not paid bursary, and so it is.
In Ondo State?
Yes, of course. Yes.
And those are facts that you have.
Of course, it is
are they
fact.
correct?
It is a fact.
Because I've not heard some of these facts that you're really not.
It is.
I've been on the ground. I have not heard any
of those. It is a fact.
Some of those, rather.
Yes, I've been here for about 7 weeks now. I've entered several markets. I've seen traders sleeping, dozing off in the market because there is no patronage. All right. I've met so many number of civil servants who are not happy, students who are not paid bursary or scholarship for quite a long time, and it's a very sorry situation in this state. So a state like this demands not the usual kind of politicians we have in Nigeria, the kind of career politicians who represent probably being fronted by some cabal somewhere or whatever. The situation in Ondo needs an experienced technocrat like Oluwagoloye.
Who is sponsoring your candidate?
The people who are sponsoring my candidate, the people of Ondo State. The masses of Ondo State. For example, let me tell you, as at yesterday, we had about 120 Okada riders who have provided Okada free of charge that we should only fuel. We have about 70 taxi drivers who have made their taxis available for us free of charge. If you pass through our office a few days ago, you will see somebody dropping some bags of rice. We don't even know him. Somebody just brought it that it's a donation. It's there in the secretariat. And so many people coming in. Sometimes my candidate will just hear somebody drop 10,000, 5,000 into his account, and that is how we have been running this election. Nobody, no any serious name, no any godfather is associated with our campaign.
Are you lacking funds to run the campaign?
Of course, the kind of campaign that is being run in Nigeria of recent, no candidate can run such campaigns without the kind of campaign we see. You look around the town today, you
see. Are you lacking funds? That's a question.
Of course, we have challenge of funding, of course.
You've exhausted the funds you got. We understand that your party got the funds from one of the chieftains of your party to run the 2015 elections.
Which chieftain? We don't. Which chieftain?
You are not aware because we understand that that chieftain of your party had that money to run campaign for your party, SDP, in the 2015 election.
My party does not have any chieftain for us. I don't know.
That collected money, maybe allegedly, from the former NSA.
Oh, no. You're talking about the NSA, our relationship with the PDP. We had a working relationship with the PDP to assist, the presidential candidate, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, in the campaign. It is a normal thing in election where people have understanding.
So you are aware of the funds that were given to your party? I'm talking. We're not talking about 2015 election. We're talking about funds for your party.
The fund for my party was a contribution to the working arrangement we had. We had similar contribution. Arrangement with Buhari in 2007. We never had.
So you always have alliances.
Of course, when it's a normal thing in politics.
Let me move to Dr. Enuku Omayi, who is a member of the APC. I know you were a member of the Labour Party those days, and I know you all supported Dr. Mimiko. But now a lot of people will say your candidate came a distant third in the last election, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu. What chance does he have this time around? Do you think that people still have that trust that he is a candidate in this, a big candidate in this election?
You see, experience is the best teacher. Of a truth, in the last election, you will find that the merging between the candidate of PDP and ACN then was a narrow one. And then I think Dr. Mimiko had almost about 155,000 merging from the next candidate. Now, that was ACN. We have transited from ACN to APC. The conglomerate of political parties that make up APC make that party a formidable one. You have PDP, we have part of ABGA, we have ACN, we have AMPP, we have CPC, and so you see a party well fortified. Akeredolu of ACN,
fortified but well divided too.
Just a moment. Akeredolu of ACN in 2012 is completely different from Akeredolu of APC 2016. The man is well fortified, is ready, he's gone through the waters, he has swum through the crooks, through the crannies, he has gone through the length and breadth of the state, he knows where the pitfalls are. So it's a man experienced in this particular situation, and so you are feeding a candidate who is a right peg in a right hole, square peg in a square hole, and he knows what it takes. Look at his primary, for example. Yes, crisis came on board, but that was a man who was endorsed in 2012. The people again came and said, Akeredolu, we want you.
Who are the people you're talking about?
I am talking about the populace, the electorate. I'm talking about the delegates of APC that elected.
Because some people will say these are the cabals that you're talking about. That
no, I am.
Some people will be in your party. Dr. Nikomai, some people say in your party there's some cabals who instituted Mr. Akeredolu in the first place.
Now I do. Not,
he probably would not have emerged as a candidate.
I do not know who these cabals are. You know, in Nigeria we are used to using words. At any time you just throw up cabal and cabal. I don't know who the cabals are, but I do know that the delegates of APC in the September 3rd, 2016 primary elected Chief Rotimi Akeredolu SAN as the candidate of APC, and he has taken the mandate and is selling it like wildfire across the length and breadth. So forget the 2012 issue. Akeredolu has moved up. In fact, he's not only moving, he's jumping.
He's a more mature politician right now.
Aside from being maturity, the people also have confidence in him. He does not abandon the people. He does not run away. He is a man on ground, solid and sound.
He was a
and
man,
therefore he said,
Dr. Nikomai, he was a man they said that was brought from Ibadan to be imposed on the people of Ondo that time.
If it was said that it was brought from Ibadan in 2012, he has since known the road. He is here in Ondo State, live and direct.
Some people said he was brought from Ibadan through Bodilon on Ondo people, and that's why they said they rejected him.
Whether he went through Bodilon, he went through Archive Road, he went to whatever road it is, the man is here live and direct. Right. He is the man to beat. So Akeredolu is the man of the moment. And come November 26th, the bell will jingle. Akeredolu is our man.
We will find out. But for a moment, we need to go on a short break. It is the final week through the election. We are entering into the crucial moment. It's the final dash, and we're talking to the men who matter in this race. They are the representatives of the major parties in the race. 28 political parties, but 4 who are said are major in this race. We'll find out what will happen in the coming days right here on Sunday Politics on Channels Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back.